Welcome to the Pro Football Show presented by the Chevy Silverado, the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. And for the first time this season, fellas, we are actually live right now.
I love live TV.
I love live TV too. We always have this argument where it's like, are we actually live or are we live? This time we are actually live.
Well, you're always live. Life is
Oh, right. Life is live.
Are the cameras plugged into something? I don't even understand how it works. Yeah, they are? Okay.
Yeah.
Pete probably has some monster truck that he spent like $9 gazillion for out front.
It's just sitting out front. And also, I know this is an NFL show, but the college football playoff rankings are coming out in the middle of this. So
They are?
Yeah, at 12:15.
I just got them. It says Alabama 1, Clemson 2, Ohio State 3, Notre Dame 4. So there
I mean, that would make sense, but A&M
good.
is in the mix. So if I start like
shouldn't
screaming.
Be 2 with a loss.
Who?
You shouldn't be 2 with a loss.
Clemson?
Yes.
Yeah, they should.
No, not with a loss.
Well, who would go? You want Ohio State too?
You want Ohio State
Yes.
too? Well, I guess the 2-3 doesn't matter.
That's what I'm telling you.
Right. 2-3 doesn't
You
matter.
can have a
Choose
loss
uniform.
and be ahead of someone that's undefeated.
Well,
Don't
but
make
Ohio
sense.
State has played like half the games.
True.
Only played 6
It's a little
games.
bit of a weird situation, and
Yeah.
they look kind of like crap.
Yeah, but the other 5 that they would have played would have been give me anyway, so they'd have been undefeated.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like,
Yeah,
again,
but
this is an
Ohio
NFL
State
show.
traditionally has they've
The
had that
Iowa
weird
game, the
letdown
Purdue
game
game.
where so I mean that's why you play the game, Dion.
It's not
But,
against
yeah.
Michigan. That never.
Oh, listen, don't get on me about Michigan. People
not
try to
getting
make
on you.
no, I know you try to get on me. I don't give a shit.
No, I didn't.
Dave is happy they
Yeah,
ran like cowards.
Yeah, right.
They're a
correct.
dead
we
program
we
for him.
stink. I want Harbaugh gone.
Yeah.
You can have him be the ball boy for you. What?
No, they're going to take him in the pros. I guarantee you, if he leaves college, they're going to take him in the pros.
No.
Not right, but that's what they're going to do.
We will see what happens with that later. If A&M does sneak in, though, I'm going to be insufferable, but I don't think it's going to happen,
A&M
unfortunately.
Well, do you want them to sneak in? Because then you're gonna get embarrassed on national scale,
people are gonna be
now you can
more
argue.
mad at you,
You
yeah.
can argue for the rest of your life, like we would have done that. Instead, if you go
That is
play
important.
Alabama,
Expensive.
or
I don't
lose
hate.
by
I don't
100.
hate that, but I
They
mean, I
don't
also
care.
can't root for my team not
No,
to make the playoff.
if
That would
you
be.
no, if you're an A&M fan, you should be rooting for Notre Dame to get in, and then
You can
get beat by 50, and you can spend the
Complain.
entire game tweeting about how
Yes.
you would have made it closer.
Right, because if not,
That
it's
is that is
As a
good
coach,
spin
you
zone.
want to get in because that's going to help him recruit the guys from the following.
well, but then they
that's
may,
what
they
he's
may
thinking.
transfer to you when they lose by 50.
And that's popular right now.
All right, let's get back to the NFL. We'll look at the records from last week. So, Dion, you had a hell of a
That's
week.
what I do.
Yeah, you 12-4.
Wow, I'm
Dave,
good.
You kind of fell behind a little bit. You think
He's
it's,
taking chances, though. I don't,
Yeah.
you know. That's,
Yeah, I was behind, and when
gotta
you're
take
behind, right? That's you just talk the heat. I'm bringing the heat. I'm getting the heat. So,
is it too late for a comeback for you?
Yes, it's over. It's like New
yeah,
England.
we have 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's like New England. It's over.
It's done for the Pats for sure.
for sure. And Dan, you're not too far behind Dion. 6
Yeah, I could
games?
maybe catch
Okay.
them. We'll see.
So we'll
high
see.
stepping
We'll
right
pick
now.
all the games. Glennie is with us as well. And Dion, you said it's like snowing outside, and Glennie's dressed for the summer. You had.
Glenn, I just need to have some thicker fabric.
No, I like light fabric. I'm a light fabric type of guy in my Hawaiian shirts. This is very light.
Then I asked you, well, you're a sweater, and you said, no, I'm not.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not really a big sweater.
Because you're not
I
a big
sweat in the
guy,
summer.
Glennie, you're not a big guy. I'm
What did you
used to
say? You
big
said I'm a
guys.
nice fitting guy.
In what world
I'll
is
take
Lenny not a big guy?
He's not. I'm used
He's
to
not
linemen.
tall.
I'm used to
He's not
linemen.
tall.
Yeah.
I'm used to 6'5", 330.
Yeah, he's not tall.
Glennie's not a big guy.
Well,
He's a.
What did you say? What did he say, Glennie?
rotund.
You know that Glennie's lost like a lot of weight. You look good, Glennie.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Like
Yeah.
your neck is nice, Glennie.
Oh, I have a bad neck, but I'll take the compliment.
Well, if we need the weather, we can always go to go to Glennie. Before we get to the games, Dave, we do have to talk about the Barstool Fund that you started over the weekend. How's
Proud
that
of you,
going?
man.
good. So yeah, we've talked about it a lot. So probably everybody watching this knows what it is. But we're going to give back to just small businesses that are struggling. So barstoolsports.com/fund, easy way to donate, and hopefully we just raise a shit ton of money for it.
And Dion, you said you don't think he should be doing this because people know he's actually
People
a nice
gonna know
guy.
he's actually a nice guy.
He's
You're
actually
wrong
a
about
nice
that.
guy.
You have this
No,
facade
you're
that
wrong
you're
about
not a
that.
good guy,
No.
but you really are a
No,
good
Dan's
guy.
been with us for forever. We've done so much charity.
we've done a ton.
And once it's over, nobody will ever be like, oh, they did that. It's so.
No, they'll say they'll.
It
then
doesn't matter, right.
Be like, oh well, just because you did raised $5 million for a bunch of places doesn't mean you're good people.
Or they'll just forget it. They'll just forget it.
Or
We have
ignore
done
it, or
so
just
much
ignore it.
charity.
I know
but
you
we
have,
don't
but
do
it's
charity.
different.
We're
You do
different.
charity.
We don't do right. We are literally
You do it for real.
do it to like help.
And it's not just this, like what Dave is saying, and I agree with him, is that we've done charity when it's made sense consistently forever.
Forever.
But we don't do it for credit because we never will get credit anyway.
But what I'm saying is, just like guys ask you about me, they ask me about you, and I'm saying, hey man, these guys are really good guys. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but our crowd knows us, so it's like, and the people who don't like me, I've already seen. It's like, well, he said COVID was fake in the beginning, so fuck him. Like, no matter what you do, so whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll just raise money, help people. That's what we're trying.
But don't you think this one is like a bigger scale? I mean.
This is huge.
Yeah,
man.
this is huge.
This
I
is
mean,
a good
all the
thing.
charity has been awesome throughout the years, but this one is a bigger scale, I think, because of what's going on.
Well, yeah, it'll be more, and we're bigger. But like the Boston Marathon bombing thing, that was pretty fucking big in Boston.
Huge.
We raised a ton of money, and you can go back to whether it be like police guys who get slain in the line of duty. We've done Diana Lang, the hockey girl who got paralyzed. We were the first one to step. Pete Frates. It's on and on and on and on. But we do it when it's like, all right, someone's going to step in and help, and then we don't really toot our own horn about it. Everyone forgets, and they'll forget about this when it's over. The people who won't forget is like the people you can check.
I'm tooting your horn. Dave's a good guy.
Oh,
There you
thanks,
go.
Dion.
All right.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Dion. I
Put
appreciate
that PSA out. So make sure you check out the Barstool Fund. Let's get into some game recaps before we get into the games for today. So we'll go to Thursday night. The Chargers at the Raiders. The Chargers won by 3, thrilling overtime. Dion, what did you think
I'm
about
sick
this
of the
game?
Raiders.
Yeah?
I'm sick.
Yes.
Of them. I'm done. I'm done. I mean, a home game is a must-win game, and you lose it like that. It was horrific going down the stretch. I almost picked up the phone and called both of these guys because that was hard. I'm not a bettor, but I know if I were, I would be really upset. I don't know if you guys were really upset the way it played out, but it was ignorant. It don't make sense.
John Gruden, in the last 6 years coaching, so 3 of them in Tampa Bay, 3 in Las Vegas/Oakland, 40 and 61. Any other head coach has that 6-year stretch.
Fired.
He's talked about completely differently, but for some reason, because John Gruden is good in meetings, people like him, he's funny, he's kind of a side act. This is the 2nd year in a row the Raiders have completely died down the stretch. I'm done with them.
What a weird time too, because they died right after seemingly like their crowning achievement, which was the loss of the Chiefs.
Correct.
Like that took all out of them. But yeah, it just goes. The NFL is such a long season, and you have the ebbs and flows. And at one point, the Raiders looked like a threat, and now they're a joke.
What about Justin Herbert? What did you guys see from him? He played lights out. I mean, I know he's
great.
playing for the Chargers. So
The Chargers are a team that if they get the right coach, they could be a legitimate AFC-like playoff team. Because they have the roster. It's
crazy,
They have the
though.
quarterback.
'Cause
But Anthony Lynn is
so
he's
bad.
got shit
When
for
we
brains.
beat them 45-0, nobody was saying that. But
You know, it's the difference. Do we say the coach or the talent?
The coach, so Anthony Lynn is a panic coach. Every time he gets in a situation where the clock is at play, he has to make a quick decision, he panics. He seems like a nice guy. Those type of guys, to me, are more coordinators. Like, he could be... Vance
I
Joseph
heard
is a
that.
perfect
Yeah.
example.
I heard
Vance Joseph, for the Arizona Cardinals, Vance Joseph has done a great job. I think he's doing a better job coaching his side of the ball than Cliff Kingsbury's coaching the team. Some guys are just built to be coordinators. I think Anthony Lynn's probably that. That's not a knock on him.
No, it's not enough.
Yeah.
I like it because
Vic Fangio's another one
that's
in the
what
Broncos.
people say for real.
Yeah, Vic Fangio's the best defensive coordinator in the league. I don't know if he's a head coach material,
Yeah.
but he would be he's the #1 defensive coordinator.
Yeah, some guys are just in over their heads as head coaches.
It's just panic, and it's just, understanding like game flow and having that resolve that you just need to be a head coach.
it's like the Florida coach there last night at
Dan
the
Mullen,
end of
yeah.
what are you doing at the end of the first half?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Or calling a timeout before
Yeah.
the 2-point
it always comes
conversion.
back college football time manager.
Okay.
No,
I
he's
mean-
Dan Mullen's
Yeah,
a panic
no,
guy.
he is.
He's
He
absolutely a
They
panic
could
guy.
have taken
Yes.
the clock down. They gave Alabama the ball. You knew Alabama was going to come score at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Yep.
They called a few situations that were bad calls defensively. It was like you knew they were going to get hurt when you saw them in that defense. It was terrible.
Let's get to Saturday's games. The Bills at the Broncos. The Bills absolutely rolled 48-19. Dave, I know you're going to have a lot to say about this. Your guy Josh Allen looking pretty damn good. So I'm just going to let you guys go ahead and have this stare off right now.
What?
What do you mean what?
I've been saying Josh Allen.
What do you mean
You
what?
want to rewind the darn tape?
You know.
I've been saying
Josh Allen or
was
Lamar
good.
Jackson?
I didn't say he was
Lamar
great.
Jackson or Josh Allen?
I want Lamar.
You can't believe that. You can't believe that.
Josh Allen
This
just
guy's turning into a
Can't
superstar.
flip me. No, I like what he's doing.
What's he going to do? He's going to say he hasn't won a playoff game.
No.
Which Lamar hasn't. He's going to win this year. He's going to win a playoff
Lamar
game.
has the MVP
Lamar.
on his trophy shelf
cares?
right there.
Yeah.
He has the MVP trophy right
Josh
there.
Allen should be in the MVP
Should
conversation
be not.
this year.
No, he
Yeah.
shouldn't. No, he shouldn't.
You didn't think...
First of all, the MVP in the league is a running back, but they won't give it to him because he's a darn running back. Let's get that straight.
And your MVP last night had like 150 yards, by the way.
What does this
my
mean?
MVP?
Dan
Aaron
and
Rodgers.
Dion picked the Bills and I didn't?
Oh, yeah, I tweeted it, you guys picking the games.
I picked the Bills. What do you mean?
I picked the Bills.
You don't think you picked the game? Oh, you did on Advisors.
I picked the
I
Bills.
picked my pick.
Yeah, you had to have picked the Bills.
Oh, no, we didn't do the show.
Yeah.
But my pick score is
This is the show. We're live.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. I tweeted you on Thursday. I said I'm picking.
I saw that.
I'm
I
near
saw
my
that.
Barstool
picks.
difference, yes.
Official, hoping
Yes.
you guys would both miss it, and then I would get the
No.
three
I saw
points.
That was honestly, that broke my brain. We did not pick it.
Because I know
we're
I
live.
picked the
We're
Bills.
live on Sunday
every
morning.
week.
I saw it.
We are live. So the video came out of Buffalo
Awesome.
Awesome.
and
Welcoming Josh.
Although-
welcoming
Awesome.
Josh Allen
I
back.
like that kid, man.
Buffalo, like,
No,
cool.
you don't.
I've been liking him since week
No,
one.
No, you haven't.
I do.
No, you don't. You don't. At
As
some
soon as
point,
it's
you're
a
going
slow
to
turn.
You're lying.
there isn't one NFL
lying.
executive.
No, I'm not.
There's not one NFL executive at this point who would take Lamar Jackson over Josh Allen. None. Zero.
You know what I just noticed? You guys look totally different on Sunday. Like, no one shaved, no one.
I'm tired. Dion, I watched
Look, I'm
13
just
hours
looking.
of football
I'm
yesterday.
just
My
noticing
eyes
that,
hurt.
making eye contact like this.
I've been, no. Saturday, this moment on Sunday, I'm always like, I have to give myself a little pep talk. Like,
Right.
all right, let's go. Let's finish out the week.
I was motherfucking myself on the way to the show because
Why?
it's supposed to be Miami. It's snowing and cold. I'm walking
gonna
through
buy a place in
slush,
Miami, I'm
and I'm just
telling you.
motherfucking it. You know who's in Miami in my place? Gaz.
I saw that.
He's warming it up.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you're not using your place. No, I got to work. Hey, you
You
mind if I
guys
just
look
crash?
totally
there?
different. Thank you for
That's
being
unreal.
consistent.
Yes.
That guy.
Ace is consistent.
All right, let's get to the Panthers, Packers.
By the way, I think this team can go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I know, and you've
Yeah,
been
I
saying
said
that for
that
a while.
long
We have a
time ago.
spot, Eric is here. Like, it's the only team we're going to
I
for.
said that
But we
a
have that
long
Bills
time
back
ago.
of the patio. We're going if Buffalo's there.
They've fixed their defense too. Like since their bye week, they've played really good defense. They were able to hold down the Seahawks. They were, they played a bunch of games where they made the Steelers look very pedestrian. Their defense was their weakness, and they've kind of fixed it here.
They're
I
the
love
only
it.
team we would go to the Super Bowl for?
I think so, yeah. Who else would we go for?
Well, we go every
Bears.
year.
No, well, there's a little thing called COVID floating
What about
around,
the
so
Bears?
it's a
Oh,
little
okay.
different.
Bears are never going to
Bears, if they're
Bears ain't gonna Bears
They win
ain't
today.
gonna-
They're
We
back
also have
in.
a rough and rowdy in West Virginia the Friday, so it would be a lot. But I
Jose
don't,
Canseco versus Billy Football.
yeah, I don't think the plan because of the COVID was to be there.
If you guys will get me for the rough and rowdy again, we're done.
It's the Friday in West Virginia. You're invited on the call.
I need the date.
What's the Super Bowl?
February 5th.
something.
So it'd be February 5th is Rough and
Yeah.
Rowdy.
I got a little thing going on in February.
Football?
Yeah, I'm
That's
head
right,
coach.
you guys are-
got a
All
little
right, so
thing
then
going on.
talk. We invite
Why
you,
can't you
and
do
then
that?
it's
If I told you guys I wanted to see the thing.
just invited you. That
Let's talk about the last Saturday game, the Panthers at the Packers.
I don't know what happened here. I saw you complaining.
No, Matt Rule did the move that helps all the backers that bet on the Panthers, but it didn't help the actual game. They kicked a field goal with 2.5 minutes left on first down.
Yeah.
So they got into field goal range and they kicked the field goal. It actually ended up, they got the ball back, so it ended up kind of working. But Aaron Rodgers wasn't that great. It was very, very smart by Aaron Rodgers to sneak in a kind of a stinky effort while everyone was watching college football.
Yep.
So
I don't know
now
what to play
everyone will be like, oh, he's still the MVP.
I couldn't even find what channel was the Bills game on.
NFL Network.
Couldn't fucking find it. I was looking, spent 30 minutes looking for it, and I was just like, I'm out. I'm back
Yeah.
on college
It was-
football. And why were
yeah.
there 3 college football games on at noon?
Yes.
Made no sense.
Yes, agreed. I don't know why the Big Ten played at noon.
Crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
This game was kind of weird. It was whatever.
Dion, what do you think about this game?
It's hard to be 20 for 29 with only 143 yards. And
Right.
Throwing
Yeah.
the check down city. That means he's just getting completions.
Against a bad pass defense.
We all knew Green Bay was going to win. But Teddy Bridgewater, man, some kind of way he keeps the team in it. He's not going to lose it. He's not going to win it, but he's not going to lose it for you.
He is like incredible against the spread.
He is.
Look at you two motherfuckers, like sliding in your picks again.
Yeah,
Dan and
yeah.
Dion
No, I
picked the Packers.
tweeted it on Thursday.
If they get credit, I get credit.
Shout out our great producer Logan. He was like, "Hey, you should probably just tweet something real quick." I was like, "Okay."
You did. I saw it. I saw
You just didn't let Dave in on
I
it.
tweeted it at you. I
saw
added
the
you.
tweet.
I didn't see it.
Actually, you know what? I did see that. Now it makes way more sense.
Yeah,
why you
I
were
was like,
doing
"Hey,
that.
here's my official picks. Hope
Yeah.
you guys get your picks in."
Crap.
Well, let's get to where you guys can actually make your picks, the storyline games of the week that start today. It's weird. We're actually doing the show on Sunday. We'll start with the Seattle Seahawks at the Washington football team. Dan, I'm going to start with you because last week we talked about this Washington football team. You think that they're going to win their division. What do you think about this game specifically?
This game is tough. Is Alex Smith out? I think he is, right? He is out.
Yes, Dwayne Haskins is playing.
I don't trust Dwayne Haskins. They're going to have to.
Yeah,
That's bad.
Yeah, no, I know.
he
Very
made,
bad.
He made a very
I
gross
don't.
sound.
So if they keep this, they're going to have to use their defense to obviously keep this close because their offense is terrible. But the only thing they have on their side is Russell Wilson against good defenses has been like 3-3. I think 9 picks, 9 touchdowns, and then against bad defenses is 6-1. So he's kind of feasted on the bad teams that he's played. This defense is real. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know if Washington football team will have enough offense to win it, but I do think this will be a close game. But I'll pick the Seahawks because we're not going against the spread.
All right, Dave, what do you think?
I love the Seahawks when Alex Smith was playing. It reminded me of the Clemson, Notre Dame line in which it was too big, and therefore you take Clemson, and here I would take the Seahawks. But now it makes sense to me with Haskins, who stinks. Haskins stinks.
And
does.
Haskins actually weirdly has to make you nervous that, like Alex Smith, you know exactly what Alex Smith is. He's been the same guy for 10 years. Dwayne Haskins, could he just all of a sudden just throw one game out there where you're like, whoa, there's that number, first round pick?
I think it's much more likely he throws 4 pick sixes. So
Right.
I'll take the Seahawks.
Dion, you
This
think
is gonna be a
Dwayne
really
Haskins
close
stinks?
game.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I don't think he's great.
Yeah.
I'm just put it like that.
Dwayne Haskins.
Oh,
I don't think he's great.
No, he's not.
This
I mean,
is
he
going to
got
be
benched,
I know, but
not
it's going to be a close game. It's really going to be a close game. Take in consideration the defense of Seattle. They ain't good by no means.
But if the other guy throws the ball to you, you don't have to be.
Yeah, but the defense ain't capable of forcing him to throw the ball. That defense of the Washington football team is really good. And Russell Wilson started off being the MVP. We all love him. We all love him the first 10 games of the season. Then he just falls in a downward spiral. I like them to win, but this is going to be an extremely close game.
I'll take Washington. I mean,
I'm taking Washington.
Who?
I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. First time I loved your interruption. Yeah. Okay. I'm taking Seattle.
I'm gonna go with Washington. I switch. I gotta try to make moves.
I like that about you.
And before we move on, do you think that this is Washington's division to lose at this point?
Yes.
No.
Who else?
Yes, I guess for them to lose.
Philadelphia.
The Giants have the tiebreaker with them. They beat them twice. And the Eagles, Dave's right. The Eagles, if the Washington football team loses today and the Eagles win today, they play week 17. That could be for the division. And which would be the best NFC East story ever is that we all made fun of Doug Peterson week 3 or 4 when he played for the tie. The tie could actually get them in the playoffs because they could finish 7-8-1.
The tie ain't got nothing to do with that. Jalen Hurts could get them in.
No, but I'm saying 7-8-1 is better
I know what
record than
you're saying.
7-9.
Well, let's just go ahead and get into that game then. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Arizona Cardinals. That is today at 4:05. So when you look at that game last week against the Saints, Dion, with Jalen Hurts, what did you think?
You take one guy out and you win. You take one darn guy out and you win the game. Now you got the guy that you took out complaining, saying he wants to be. How can you got to weigh in on that? How can the guy that got
wild.
benched saying I want to be traded because I want to start or I want out of here? You've been garbage the whole year. You have this team, this organization in a downward spiral, and they're on the hook for $100 million, and you have the audacity to say, I want out? That's not a team guy, but those are the type of guys that we continuously put a C on their darn chest, and it ain't no reason why.
I love that rant. I got so distracted by the new graphics we had. Which guy are we talking about? Who said that?
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Carson
Carson Wentz.
Thank you. Stand up and do what you do. Do what you do.
Carson Wentz.
Carson
said
Wentz
he
was
wanted
like,
to
I
be
don't.
traded?
He
Yes.
was like, I don't want to be a backup. Well, stop fucking playing like a backup.
When
then.
did Carson Wentz say that?
Just recently.
Like yesterday or the day
2 days
before.
ago? Yeah.
Come on, Dave. Be Dave.
Where was I when he said this?
Be Dave right
well,
now.
no, everything you said is exactly right. You don't want to be a backup. Well, maybe don't be the worst quarterback in the history of the NFL. And by the way, this is the entire reason why I thought the Eagles may make the playoffs is I truly believe his teammates hate him.
Yes.
I think he's a bad guy.
I think
That's
his
the
coach
Dave
hates
I know.
him too.
Listen, Doug Peterson said that before. He's like, for some reason, the plays work when I have Foles. They don't.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to play for this ginger because he doesn't care. And he's the worst. I can't believe he said that. You know who it's on? It's that Adam Smith, a guy who works for us, literally ran Foles out of town.
Full name.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Adam
Full
Smith
name on
ran
him.
him out of town. But this guy is a loser, and they put him up on this pedestal. He really said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is my guy.
Wow.
This is my
I don't
guy.
want to be
I
a
was-
backup.
I was waiting
You're
for
lucky
you
you're
to
in the
guess.
league.
This is my
Striking. Dave's like, if you had to do Dave's, the top list of all of the things that he's been very, very right about, this might be number one.
You were ranting, and in my head, it's like the only guy you can be talking about is Wentz, but there's no chance Wentz could be that idiotic to
that.
say that.
You know how selfish that is to your team?
He said that.
They won.
I'm finding it.
They finally won.
Not only did they win,
Against New Orleans.
and now they're playing with energy. They don't want to play for you. They hate you.
No, they literally hate
They
you.
do. They hate him. You don't want to be a backup. Then you know what? I bet if you give your money back, give it to the Barstool Fund, someone will
anywhere you
say,
want.
play for free. If you're willing to play for free, I bet somebody will let you, try to win a game.
Right. Yeah, no,
Unreal.
so it was a Schefter piece. He didn't it wasn't a actual press conference that he did, but it was basically like Carson Wentz, everyone close to Carson Wentz is saying he doesn't want to be a backup. It's like, dude, you play like a backup.
You're
play
the
like a
worst
backup.
quarterback in the league. The
Yes.
only guy who has
Are
your back
a
is
backup.
Adam Smith.
Right.
Everybody else says you suck. By the way, Smitty always, not to go on a Smitty rant, but like how he always tweets like, oh, the Eagles could have drafted this guy, could have drafted that guy, and we missed. Hey, dude, you missed on your quarterback worse than any human alive, so shut up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The fact that you're using his full name is...
Well, he honestly, he literally single-handedly ran Foles out of town and kept Carson Wentz, and he hasn't owned up to it.
And everybody inside of football knew that Foles should have been the guy.
Yeah.
You should have traded the other guy.
yeah, Dave's been on that
Only
since the
idiots
beginning.
like Adam Smith thought otherwise.
So we do need to pick this game, though. So Dion,
Eagles.
Oh, you know it. I'm not picking Eagle. I'm picking Arizona. I'm sorry. I'm picking Arizona.
I'm so fired up now on Jalen Hurts, who, by the way, I don't think is very good, but I think the Eagles have enough talent and they're going to play. They just weren't playing for the other guy because they hate his guts. I'll take the Eagles.
I'll take the Eagles,
Eagles
as well.
too. The Jalen Hurts versus Kyler Murray storyline is a good one. But, I mean, you don't think that Jalen Hurts is actually good, but you're happy with where he is now with the Eagles, is what you're saying?
I just think the Eagles are not as bad. They were
happens.
getting dragged down
Yes.
by a quarterback they didn't want to play for. Now they're motivated and they're not out of it. So I think they'll be fueled by their hatred for Carson Wentz. I'm being serious.
No, yeah. No, this is a real phenomenon when a backup comes in and guys start blocking harder and playing better
Do
for
you
them.
know? See, when you get a quote like that from a quarterback, you know he's on the sideline wishing the other quarterback stinks it up.
Right.
It's no way he's on there hoping that Jalen Hurts does well.
Listen, he got, you want to talk about giving a guy a long leash? I mean, he had a million chances, Carson Wentz. And then the other guy comes in, beats one of the best teams in the league, and you say you don't want to be a backup? Shut up.
Bad timing.
I love that the graphics of the live show just threw you off of that. Like that.
Well, did you see them? It
yeah,
looked like
because-
we're in Star Wars. So I didn't hear the beginning. I was
it's
like, whoa,
like-
what is that? There's a lot of new stuff coming on. Pete's been in the lab.
Well, it's because we're live. They normally are on the show. We just don't see them. When they're
Gotcha.
recorded. Yeah, so it's because it's live. They're running them in.
Got it.
All right, let's talk about the 425 game today. The Kansas City Chiefs at the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is the only game with two teams that have winning records today, which is wild. When you look at these two teams, Dave, the Kansas City Chiefs, Saints, what are you thinking?
I mean, these are two of the three best teams maybe in the league. Bills being the third. I think Breeze is playing.
Yes.
I don't know that. I mean,
He's playing, and then Michael Thomas hates Drew Brees.
Let me tell you something.
Michael
Nate.
Thomas went
Michael
on the,
Thomas is
on
not
the
playing.
IR.
He's not playing.
Right.
But what they say.
But how does that make sense? He was
They-
on the IR, and then
Get
Drew
off.
Brees gets
Get
hurt, and he gets off the IR. Then Drew Brees comes back, he goes back on the IR.
But what is being said is that he's going on the IR so he could take the rest of the
can
season off so
be-
you ready for
so
the
he doesn't
playoffs.
have to deal with Drew Brees.
Yeah, I'm not picking them with Michael Thomas not on the field against Kansas City because that's Drew Brees' go-to guy. He's the chain mover. He's the one that keeps drives going. So I'm not picking them just because he went on the IR.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of agree with it, but I do have to switch. Go there. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I do think the Saints, it'll be interesting. Maybe they can pound them a little bit with the running game. I'm going to take the Saints. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I'm taking the Saints because I got to make up points. If I was betting the game, I would take the Chiefs. Figure that one out.
Dan?
I'm going to take the Chiefs.
That's why I'm taking the Saints.
Yeah. you have
This
to.
is going to be like that secondary of the Saints is pretty good, but the linebackers cannot deal with Kelsey whatsoever in the backside of the backfield. They're going to get bombed today.
That quote that we had went pretty viral. Me calling him like an asshole, basically.
Yeah.
Douchebag. I saw that in like headlines.
Who? Kelsey?
Yeah.
Remember when we had the Gronk
Oh, he
versus
did?
Kelsey
He
argument,
did.
and he said he was an
I
all-time
didn't want
douchebag?
that as like a headline. Dave Portnoy calls Kelsey a douchebag. It's like you had to put the whole argument in.
It was I think it was all-time douchebag was whatever you said. But all right, we'll pick some more games in just a little bit. But for now, let's go to #Truth, brought to you by the Chevy Silverado. In football, you want players who can tackle anything, and the same is true in trucks. The Chevy Silverado was designed to help you tackle your to-do list and look good doing it. Whether you're taking on a big move or the ultimate tailgate, Chevy is ready with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. So Dan, last week, your truth was the Ravens will rebound, go on a run, and make the playoffs.
Yeah, so that looks good, right? I mean, they won that crazy game, Monday Night Football, one of the best games of the year. They're going to beat the Jaguars this week. They're going to beat the Giants next week. They're going to finish off and beat the Bengals. So they'll go to the playoffs. My truth this week is the Packers are frauds. I'm sick of the Packers. I watched them last night. They still get gashed defensively. Next week, Derrick Henry's going to run for like 300 yards against them. I can't wait for the Packers to lose in the playoffs when they play a man football team. Unfortunately, they have the 1 seed, but that does not matter.
Talking about the Ravens, though, before we move on to Dave, the Monday night game, like Lamar Jackson went super viral for an off-the-field moment. Do you think he's
pooping.
telling the truth that he said he had a cramp?
Nope.
You think he's just...
Yeah, he had diarrhea.
You say he had to take a dump.
But why
He did
wouldn't he
run
have
it.
come back faster then? Didn't he
Because
do
it was a dump.
been a
Like
long
when you
one.
got to run off the field.
Well,
take a
also, you
dump.
might want to take the IV just to, like, cover up.
No, but you got to take off your pants. Like your
we
football pants is not easy.
Yeah, that's true.
understand.
You got cleats and shoulder pads and everything.
Oh, you think he's a naked dumper like Costanza?
I don't think.
No, I don't think it's a naked dumper, but to pull it down, yes, it does. Like with a football uniform on.
I understand they're wearing the pads, but you can just do the belt. You have to take your shoulder pads
You
off.
don't want
and
to take a
your
dump
pants-
with shoulder pads on.
Well,
That would
I mean,
suck. to
Nobody
take a
can
dump
take a
with
dump with shoulder
shoulder
pads. Who's going to take a dump with shoulder pads on?
I think you have to in that
He
situation.
might take in a shower after, too.
He didn't
I
take a
mean,
shower.
that's what I'm saying. I think in that situation, whatever.
I can imagine with shoulder pads on. There's no way you can take a dump with shoulder pads.
The thought process on
You got to
his
at least
desk
take the
right
shoulder
now.
pads off. Think about it.
Yeah, no, I am thinking about it. I've seen how they put on the pads, and you got to squeeze in all
I'm
that. I
not
don't
thinking
think-
about I'm thinking about the finish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
shoulder
know,
pads.
I know.
Yeah.
What, he can throw a football. He can't wipe his ass. I think he can.
Not with the shoulder pads on.
I think he can.
He actually made some nice plays, Dion. I'll give him credit. Baker looked good, too, though.
Yeah, Baker did.
I
look
gave
him
Baker
credit?
credit.
Yes.
No, Baker looked really good.
Yes.
The last couple of weeks, Baker looked really good.
Yes.
But he's just setting you guys up.
Yeah, well, he's setting it up. You know, this offense looks really good without
I knew it was
Okay,
coming. I knew
I
it
knew
was
that
coming.
was- knew that was
I knew that was coming.
a guy who fights
I gotta get
goalposts
Odell on
and
the
whatnot.
phone.
Odell, well,
I got to get him on the phone.
Do you think he even knows what's going on? He's probably on an island somewhere.
No, he ain't.
Doing like
He's
TikTok
training.
dances.
He's training every day.
He's definitely doing TikTok dances.
All right, Dave, you had 2 truths: that Josh Allen was going to win a playoff game before Lamar Jackson,
Fact, that's 100%
Yep.
happening.
and that the Patriots are legit Super Bowl contenders.
That's not happening.
Yes.
So I'll stick with one. I think,
Okay.
and I think the winner of Chiefs Bills playoffs, that's the Super Bowl champion.
And Dion, you said that you think Kansas City will lose in the playoffs because of weather.
Yep, because of the weather. Now this is also I'm going to add this. Tennessee has a running game. Okay.
Tennessee is, I keep forgetting them.
Tennessee
They're
defense is
can
really
run the darn football, and the Colts can run the football
talked about Pittsburgh.
as well. Pittsburgh can run, but they don't want to run.
They can't run.
They don't want to run. It's going to take a team that can run the football to keep Kansas City on the bench. So keeping him off the field, that's
I
going
don't
to
even
enhance
think
it.
that matters.
Yes, it does.
I don't think
It
that
does.
matters against Patrick Mahomes.
You know the
they
best-
score in
What's that
2
graphic?
seconds.
Whenever you see Patrick Mahomes over there
Yeah.
with his hands in the
I
shoulder
get
pads
what you're
like that,
saying.
That means that's the best pitcher.
But
in the
I
world.
think the Chiefs are a different animal. He just comes out, he's like, okay, we'll score in 3 plays. Fine.
I love it.
I can't tell what Dave is. Do you want us to move on, or are you doing
No,
some
I'm
research,
doing
or-
my power rankings. Kansas
Okay.
City, Buffalo, Saints, Rams, Steelers. Oh, Titans.
Packers not in there?
These are my teams I think can win the Super Bowl. Kansas City, Buffalo, Saints, Rams, Steelers, Titans. That's it.
You think the Saints are before the Rams?
Yeah.
I think I'd put the Rams 3. I think
the Rams
the Rams. I think Kansas City, Buffalo, Saints, Rams are the only 4 teams.
Didn't the Rams beat Buffalo?
The Rams did not beat Buffalo. They
They lost
came
at the
back.
end. They
yeah,
lost
they
at the
came back
end.
in the second.
That's right. They
was
were
close.
up.
It
They
was
were
close.
up tremendously, and they came back.
All right, we're going to get to the Ain't Nobody Care game in just a second, but for now, we're going to go to the Sunday conversation with Caleb Glenny Balls and Johnny Manziel.
Where'd you find Johnny?
Well, he's around. So now we have this, right?
Johnny Manziel. Is that true?
Fact.
What do you like about Vegas so much? Is it the buffets?
It's the
Are you a buffet guy, Johnny Manziel?
it's the free parking. Right now, it's during COVID. You could park for free. It's awesome. You save so much money.
What does this word mean to you? Cabo.
Good times.
You ever been to Cabo?
Handful of times.
You ever get mixed up with the cartel?
A time or two, maybe we danced.
And what happened?
Don't say yes to the random guy who says, "I'll take you to a strip club."
Why?
It looked more like a slaughterhouse, but I didn't. I think I ran out of the taxi before it got there.
How do you know there weren't naked girls in there?
Could have been, but I wasn't about to find out.
You ever been used as a mule for the Mexican cartel?
Not knowingly.
But have you ever woke up and you had some pain in your anus?
A couple times here or there, maybe.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
Let me ask you some questions about playing quarterback. Whenever you're playing quarterback and then you go under the center, what are you doing with your hands?
Putting it right under his ass.
Yeah, why?
It's the quickest and best, most efficient way to get the ball.
You ever got your hands pooted on?
I don't know. I don't really think that's kosher. I guess I don't really think that's
A lot of Jewish players aren't there.
a ton. You would be surprised.
I watched the Heisman ceremony when you won.
Good day.
Sausage fest, though, wasn't it?
And no doubt everywhere. It's a big man fest, bro.
Do you think that whenever you were in Cleveland, they a little bit used you as a scapegoat?
No, I think I did it to myself.
But people don't talk enough about it. The Browns suck.
You said it. You said it. Hey, look at this year though, 9-3. Chance to get into the playoffs for the first time in ever.
Why do you think the Cleveland Browns didn't trust you with weapons?
I don't think at that point in time I trusted me with weapons.
You killed a guy?
No.
The way you said no makes me think you meant yes.
The way you're looking at me was telling me that I should say yes.
You ever had a guy killed for you?
No. Thought about it.
Who?
What?
Who would you want to kill?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Was it the guy who farted on your hand?
No way.
Caleb's the best.
Caleb
I
is
mean,
unbelievable, man.
He's unbelievable. Have you ever seen the clip of Glenny Balls with Johnny Manziel?
No.
Dion? You haven't seen that. We have it right now.
Oh, we have that?
Oh, yeah, we have
All
it.
time.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Oh, God, why you gotta do Glenny like that, man?
That was
Glenny,
fun.
you've lost a lot of weight. Glenny's lost a lot of weight.
Glenny's lost a lot of weight. Glenny, don't die. Glenny, don't die.
Oh, yeah.
Glenny, don't die.
Holy shit! Look at
Nice, Glenny.
And
Oh yeah.
That was at the Houston Super Bowl, right?
yeah,
We're trying to
looking
get back.
great,
Lost a lot of
Glenny.
weight, Glenny.
Glenny,
Trying
you
to
look
get-
great.
Johnny back in the league.
Didn't
That's what that was.
didn't you say he was going to win an MVP?
Yeah, I was wrong on that one.
It's all right. He also did a podcast with us for a short period of time.
I like
you know?
Johnny, man.
Yeah.
Johnny's a good guy. He really is.
An Aggie. Always an Aggie. All right, let's go to Ain't Nobody Care Game of the Week, sponsored by Pepsi. This football season, prepare your taste buds for the most iconic sports watching drink of all time. Pepsi, with refreshing deliciousness, specially formulated to keep your eye on the ball and mouth-watering fizziness. Pepsi has everything you need to power you through game day. Pepsi is made for football watching. Dan, we have the Jacksonville Jags and the Baltimore Ravens this week.
No one cares about this game. The Ravens are going to win by 1 million.
I would
Probably
have cared a
lose
lot.
track.
I will say the Patriots losing, that If the Patriots didn't lose, that Ravens-Browns game would have been devastating for me. As it was, I don't care.
They'll kill him. So, do you care about this game? You don't.
Yeah, Jacksonville's going to put up a fight.
Nah.
Yes, they will.
Nah.
They will.
Maybe. Not. Probably not. Who'd they play last week? No, they didn't.
They played Tennessee last week.
Yeah, they got killed. They got killed.
31-10.
I think it's over.
These are the type of games that Lamar Jackson loves getting fat on.
Oh, yeah. He's going to have like 5 touchdowns. Everyone will be like,
So you guys
Lamar.
are not going to give him credit for leaving to go take a dump and come back and winning the game.
No, he was.
He gave him a lot.
Did I?
talking about
We're
you.
live, so we can't go back. But I said he made some great plays. That play he made when he came in on 4th down and scrambled and threw that touchdown, or maybe it wasn't a touchdown, but it was like all the way to the 5-yard line. That was an incredible play.
Was there any plays in that game that you say, man, he needs some receivers?
Yeah, Hollywood Brown. I took away his nickname.
Yeah, you did.
He's not Hollywood.
You texted me that they should take away his
Yeah, I mean,
He
it's
said they should
Marquise
take
Brown.
away
I mean, some of those drops were very, very bad. But yeah, who do we have? We have Man of Teal and Woman of Teal. Ooh, looks like a marriage here, and then Captain
Cosplay
Defense.
conventions for 10 years. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So these two should be pretty good. Because
Yes.
it's right up their alley.
Yes. All
Virgin
right.
love of the Jaguars.
Let's see it.
Hey, Dion, prime time. This is why you should tune in our game of the week. This week, we got the guys from Duval, the Jacksonville Jaguars, coming in the Ravenstown.
Oh.
It has been decided. Minshew Mania is back.
Oh,
As you
wow.
all know, this
What's going
time
on
of
there?
year is when the contenders make their
You know
moves
this
and
existed?
the losers prepare their draft for it. And we well know in
Yes, I did.
Ravenstown, you better pack
It's a
your running
fan Hall
game
of Fame.
and you better pack your defense in December. We call it lunch money football.
Could you
If
imagine
you're not ready to
bring
play,
him to your-
teams will come to your house,
Hey, who we got?
take your lunch money, and you'll go run home to mama. and take
What
your
is this
With a current
pregame
winning
ritual? He
record
just
against
buys
the
2 apple pies?
Raiders, anything's possible.
What kind of ritual is that?
These people are freaks.
Oh, yeah,
In a good way.
Yeah.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Boo, 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 boo. I'm Captain Defense. I'm out of here.
So we were looking at it while the video was running. The fact that Captain Defense buys 2 apple pies before every game is just a weird fact.
And you
You
could
know
also
what's going on there.
You can tell the Captain Defense, like he's one of those guys that I think he wakes up every day and he's got a different purple something for everything. Like he never goes a day. It's a Tuesday. His purple watch is blinging, purple socks. He just wants people to come up to him like at the grocery store. And be
He's
like,
such a
why are you wearing so
politician.
much? Oh, I'm Captain Defense.
Yeah, I mean, it says he's attended funerals, spoken at graduations,
Yeah.
bar mitzvahs, Christian youth groups.
What
Like that's
school would allow him to speak at the graduation?
I love it. I would hire him.
I didn't know
I'd
there was
hire him to come speak to dude. Captain Defense comes and maybe does like the year-end speech to the Barstool team. 2021 is sky high.
there you go, Erica. She's
Cap-
sitting here.
Captain
She can
Defense.
get that
I
on
didn't
the
know there
line.
was a Hall of Fame.
There's not.
He says it does. It says the Captain Defense was inducted in 2002.
That's also one of those things where he could just do
He
it.
just
Yeah,
made it
no
up.
one
I think
will
He
know.
made it up.
That'd be
I've never
actually
heard of
kind of
that,
cool.
yeah.
I'd go to a fan.
I've
Hall of
never heard
Fame.
of Fan Hall of Fame.
So we do need to pick the game, or what do you think, Dion?
Oh, this is easy. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. I mean, anybody could take a dump and come back in and win an NFL game. He's my guy.
Dan?
Yeah, Ravens.
Ravens.
Okay, across the board. Let's get into the rapid fire games of the day. We're going to start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. Dion, I'm going to start with you. What do you think about Tom Brady in this one?
I love Tom Brady and them, but they playing against my Falcons in Atlanta, and the Falcons every time I want to pick them and I don't, they win. And then when I know not to pick them, I don't even know. I'm
tough.
picking Tampa Bay and Tom.
All right.
Tampa Bay and Tom. I'm
Dave?
gonna stick with that.
I'm going to just try to pick up points here. I don't think they're going to win. I'll take Atlanta. Tampa's an interesting team. You know, they had all the hype. They've kind of fallen off the map a little bit. They did get a win last week against the Vikings.
Big win.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're a team, you know, maybe you don't want to play in the playoffs. Let's put them in that category right now, but I'll take the Falcons just for the show.
Dan?
Yeah, I'll take the Bucs. They need to win this game convincingly to get me to start believing in them because, like Dave just said, they should be a contender, but I do not have them in my contender pile.
But no matter what, if you play them in playoffs, you're
Yeah.
playing Brady, and then
Right.
people are going to be
got
like,
a
oh,
chance.
yeah,
They got a
right.
chance.
Yeah.
Did you see I think it was Schefter that came out and said that Bruce Arians and Tom Brady are like best friends now and they want to play golf together and
That
stuff?
can't- that
It just
makes
can't
no
be true.
sense.
It just
Yeah, it makes
absolutely
no
cannot be
sense.
true. Let's go to the San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. Dave?
I will take the Cowboys.
Dan?
This is a coach game to me. Kyle Shanahan is 10 million times better a coach than Mike McCarthy, so I'll take the Niners.
Dion?
I'm going to take San Francisco. This is not the San Francisco Cowboy game of old.
No.
This is hot garbage.
No.
This is ain't nobody care game, but I'm taking San Francisco.
And Dion, what do you think about where the Cowboys are right now? Do you think, once they get Dak back, assuming that they get Dak back and everything, they'll be okay?
Only difference is when they got Dak back, it was a much higher scoring game, and they still figured out a way to lose.
Yeah,
that's the only
that's true.
difference than what we have now.
Are they still in it? What is the
Who?
standings in the NFC East?
Yeah, the Cowboys are. Yes, they are.
They would have to make up a lot of ground, but
Do they?
they're all.
No, they don't have to make up that much ground because they have 4 wins. I think the
That's
Washington
bad.
football team has 6 wins.
They're 2 games
yeah.
behind. They're 2
They're only 2
games.
back.
They're 2 games behind Washington.
You know, if they win and Washington loses today, they're 1 game back.
Washington will lose today.
Absolutely horrible, horrible division. Let's go to the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. Dan.
I'm taking the Colts. I think the Texans have they got absolutely annihilated by the Bears last week, and that defense is terrible. Deshaun Watson has no receivers anymore because Will Fuller got popped, and I think Kenny Stills is out and might still be out. So give me the Colts.
Dave.
Colts.
Dion.
Colts are pretty darn good. I think the 7th ranked offense in the league, that's outstanding. And Philly Rivers is doing his thing. He doesn't get the credit, but he's doing his thing.
That's another one of those arguments we've had all year, the Philly Rivers argument.
Well, when the Texans can't rush the passer, so Phil Rivers can do everything. As soon as Phil Rivers has to play against an actual team that can get after the quarterback, he's screwed.
Let's go to the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Dave, I'm going to start with you. I know that your Patriots are out of it, but what do you think about this game? This was always a weird one.
Yeah, well, traditionally, this is like the one place that Brady always struggled. And to be honest, if you had to, I think the Patriots will be back. I think we'll figure it out because I have faith in Belichick. But if you want to look at the true end of the Brady-Belichick era, it was when we lost to the Dolphins last year. That cost us the division, cost us the bye.
Week 17.
Yeah, I was in a movie theater and watching it because it was a nothing. It's just a game the Patriots would never lose, and I had to watch it like the movie theater TV. Whatever. Paul's probably at this game. I will actually. I think the Patriots are good, and I think they win this game. They're not going to make the playoffs, but I think they beat them. I think they're better than the Dolphins.
Dan.
I'll take the Dolphins. They actually proved something last week, staying with the Chiefs in the end there. They need this win. They desperately need
so when's the last time the Dolphins really had to play for something?
I know.
Patriots are going to be free and loose. I think they're going to believe.
Yeah, it's usually the opposite situation. Dion, what do you think?
2 things. Belichick would not allow Tua to beat him. That's number 1. Secondly, Cam is playing for a job and playing for the rest of his career. That's number 2. And that's enough for me to pick New England.
I don't know if he can.
He's not playing for a job in New England.
No.
And also,
But
just
playing
a
for a
job in
job.
I don't know if that,
Position tape.
even that, if you're like, hey, Cam, you're playing for a job, I don't know, how does he get better? He's just not good.
He has to.
Right, but he's just not
He
good.
has to. He has to, or he's not going to have work next year.
And you
Yeah.
don't think he'll accept being a backup?
No. You can't dress like that and be a backup.
That's a good
That's true.
point.
That's a good point. Well, maybe he would start dressing down.
You can't.
Oh, yeah, no
But
chance he can't. That's
it's
in
the
his DNA.
mentality.
Yeah.
It's the mentality of a person. And he does not have a backup's mentality.
I could see him being like a TV guy.
Yeah. With like
Likes
just the crazy
dressing up.
suits. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
this is the only thing. I like what you're saying, but normally, brothers, they don't let you go on TV with your hair all crazy. So he's going to have to adjust that.
Well, it's not his hair. It's
No, it's his hair.
outfit.
No, the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just wear hats all the time. He's got those crazy top hats.
I don't know. I feel like that's. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like ESPN tries to be like
Who?
hip. No.
No. No.
He could come do this show.
I would love him. I want to sit him right there.
Fine by me. I'll get a fucking dress off with him. I'm my advisor.
I'll dress off.
All right, let's go to the Chicago Bears with the Minnesota Vikings. Dion.
I'm going to take, darn it, who did I pick? I'm going to take Minnesota at home. I'm trying to think who I picked with prime picks. I'm going to take Minnesota at home. I might have picked Chicago, but I'm going with Minnesota at the crib.
Dan, you going to go against your Bears?
No, the Bears are going to win this game. The Bears were in, people forget, they played Monday Night Football, a terrible, terrible game. The Bears could not have played worse on offense, and they still had a chance to win the game with like a minute left. They were at the 50-yard line. They could not move the ball. Mitch is better than Nick Foles, and this defense, when Akeem Hicks goes out, Akeem Hicks went out in that first game against the Vikings, and then they were able to run the ball. Akeem Hicks is back. I think the Bears win this game.
Both of you
This is an
reacted
elimination
to-
game, by the way.
He is not better than
Yeah.
Foles.
Yes, right now, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Right now, he is. Right now, he is.
I mean, it may be suited for that offense because he could be able to move a little bit because he got no offensive line. But Nick Foles is a better quarterback. Nick Foles can win you a Super Bowl, as proven. Mitch can't. I'll take the Bears here.
Okay.
I'm going against. I'll take the Bears.
All right, let's go Detroit Lions at the Tennessee Titans. Dan, we'll start with you.
Titans.
Titans.
Derrick Henry MVP.
Is that so?
I like that.
Yeah. So if they were gonna take not quarterback,
2,000
you think
yards.
Derrick Henry would
Like if he goes for $150 today, like we got to just stop the foolishness and give this man his roses.
What do you like? So $150 today would
Even a
put him above
$125, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes laid a turd in Miami. He would do 3 picks.
Yeah, he
That-
wasn't great.
He did.
So he had to step back.
All right, let's go to the New York Jets at the Los Angeles
This is
Rams.
a pass.
I will say,
What?
not this game. I was
Oh.
still going watching Alabama. I feel like you just put on Alabama colors as a running back is good for like 75 yards. Before. I mean, it's just
Najee Harris is very, very good.
Very,
You
very
think
good.
he hurdles guys
Yeah.
like and hangs on like an airplane. And he gets so high. I mean, he does everything. So I had to say that, but yeah, Rams obviously.
When you look at the Jets, so they are assuming still going to try to go over to get Trevor Lawrence, but now
No,
like
they're not trying to go over. They're doing it.
well, they're going to, but like now the whole storyline is that potentially if they lose to the Patriots in the last week, that the Jags could get Trevor Lawrence. Do you think there's anything that could happen there?
I think he would go to the Jacks. Let me tell you something, man. There's a lot of people behind the scene. They won't admit it, but they're not totally sold on Trevor Lawrence being the first guy.
Really?
Off the
What?
I'm telling you.
Who would be?
Telling you what pros
Justin
are saying.
Fields?
Who?
I don't
Name
know.
names.
Justin Fields struggled yesterday.
Yeah, he
I'm
did.
not saying it's Justin Fields. Trust me, I'm not. First of all Ohio State quarterbacks struggle once they get to the next
Yep.
level. But I'm just saying.
I like the BYU
it's
kid.
not
And
a
I like
full-
the kid nobody sees.
The kid
Trey
from South
Lance?
Dakota.
Yeah,
South
yeah,
Dakota.
Trey
yeah,
Lance
yeah, yeah.
and
The
Zach Wilson.
kid is good.
Yeah.
He's
But
good.
I haven't heard. I think you're hearing like you're having nightmares.
No,
right?
I'm hearing-
there's nobody saying Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is 38-1 in college football. The only loss he ever had in
Tua was-
college football was to the best team of all time.
What was Tua's record? Same thing. I mean,
No, it
Can
wasn't.
we call up on your phone whoever's telling you this? And just
No, I can't reveal my
like, hey,
my
idiot.
guys, my plugs. You know what? I get one. I try to set it up for next week for him to say that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That they're just not sold on him being the number one overall
We can
pick, or
do
they
it
don't
like
think
a
he's that good.
mafia style. Just we can have him
I
shade.
mean, he has all the measurables. He has it, but they saying I don't know about this
No,
one.
that person doesn't have eyes
I like the kid.
or a brain.
I've grown on him. He can do it all, really.
I like the kid.
He can do it all.
Except that one game. He
Yeah.
has big
It's
game
against-
itis. Maybe.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but he
in
won
the
a national
playoffs.
title, too.
I mean, yeah.
What you got to understand is they have the best talent. And when you
Okay.
have the best talent,
Yeah.
it's somewhat easier. You got to go to the games where there's pressure coming out of nowhere.
I gotta be honest.
and see
I
how
thought he was
makes the
under
play.
pressure yesterday.
Yeah.
He did make
They had
the
more talent.
mistake early on and then
Yeah.
just turned it on.
They have more talent than anybody,
We'll see what happens.
Well, not
which
Bama.
is a good habit, which is a good problem. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's go to the Sunday night football game. The
garbage.
Cleveland Browns at the
This
New
is a
York
good
Giants.
I like this game.
Me
This
too.
is garbage.
This is Freddie Kitchens'
This is a
revenge
very
game.
important game.
Freddie Kitchens' revenge game. Jason Garrett has COVID, so Freddie Kitchens is
Whoa.
calling the plays for the Giants.
Yikes.
There you go.
With Colt McCoy as
Yeah,
the
about to say
quarterback.
Colt McCoy is starting this game. So Dan, we'll start with you. Who do you think is going to win?
I'll take the Giants. I'll take the Giants. Yeah, I'll take the Giants. I mean, I got to separate, and I don't know. This is one of those games that
Letdown city.
everyone saw Cleveland on Monday night. They're like, wow, this team is for real, even in a loss. Giants get killed by the Cardinals. That was a mistake for Joe Judge to start Daniel Jones last week on one leg. Now you have Colt McCoy. Possession game, run the ball. Who knows?
Dave, do you agree?
Yeah, I like everything Dan just said. This is like almost Raider vibes, not to that extent, but Cleveland left it all on the field, the game of the year. Come back, little hungover. Giants need this game. I like the Giants. And I like Colt McCoy. I was on him, remember? I was the only one on this panel who had him at 10-point dogs.
I like
True.
the Giants'
That is true.
defense. That's all I like about the Giants. Baker Mayfield has been balling, man. I got to give him his credit. That running
Look at
game is
you.
unbelievable. That running game, I give guys credit when credit is due. When they're garbage, I say they're garbage.
Do you start connecting any dots with the Odell?
No. I started connecting dots with him finally understanding how to read coverages and how to
The second
understand his check
Odell
down.
disappeared, that happened.
No,
Yeah,
Makes a lot of sense.
did.
I like Cleveland in this
Directly
game.
correlated.
Another ongoing argument. Let's go to Monday Night Football. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals. Dion, we'll start with you.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are the best, worst team in the league. They really are.
So you have
Oh,
no faith in it?
I disagree.
None.
I think they're the flip. They're the worst best team.
team?
Of all the good teams, they're the worst of them.
That's what he said.
No, you said the best worst team.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
best.
you're
good.
saying
No,
the
that's
same thing.
No, it's not.
No, we're saying the same thing.
No,
you are.
no,
He's saying,
no,
but
absolutely
he's
not.
saying, no, he's
saying
saying
the
that the
same
Steelers.
thing.
You're saying the Steelers
No.
are a
Yeah,
bad
you
team.
are.
No.
You're saying the same
No.
thing. Yes,
no.
you are.
No.
He's
no,
saying
no.
that the best teams are the worst.
No. The
he's-
best.
That's what he's saying.
No. Absolutely not. The best worst team in the NFL right now is, I don't know, probably like the Chargers.
No,
The worst
that's
best.
not what he's saying.
Yes.
This is not good.
I understand. It's the switch
No,
of the word.
you're outnumbered.
It's the switch of the word.
I'm on
No,
his side.
it's
You're
Dan's
so
right.
wrong.
Dan is right.
The
He's
best.
saying they're the best worst team.
That means they're a bad team.
No, he's saying
Yes,
they're the
that's-
best of the worst.
They're
No.
the best team.
They're
No.
the worst of the best.
Thank
No,
you.
so,
They're
yeah.
the worst of the best.
So that's what Dan
just
said.
what I
No,
said.
you're both saying the same
No,
thing.
he's-
No.
Yes.
Dan, I am on
Absolutely
your
not,
side
no.
completely.
If you're the best worst team, that means of all the bad teams, you're the best
No,
of it.
he said
if
it
you're
right.
the
I
worst
knew exactly
best
what he was
team,
saying.
that means of all the good teams, you're the worst
You
of
said
them.
the same thing.
No,
No,
we're not. This
he-
is not the
he-
same thing.
Dave and I are on the same page.
This is not the same thing. You guys are absolutely out of your mind. Think about it. The best worst team.
Means
That
they're a
is
bad
the.
team.
That means it's a bad team,
No,
but
he's-
they are the best of them.
He's saying of the
worst
best, they're the
team.
worst. That's what he said.
It is. This is so frustrating. No, I mean, you're saying they're a bad team, but they're the best of the bad teams. Dan
No,
is saying
no, he's not.
That's
He's
what he
saying
said.
they're bad. No.
He said they're
No,
the
he
best
did
of the
not.
worst.
Then
No,
you
he
have
did
to
not.
say they're the worst best
He said
team.
all the best teams are the worst. That's
Thank
what he
you.
said.
Dave know what I
That's
said.
not
Because we're right here.
That's
I
not
knew
what he
exactly
said.
what he said instantly.
You knew what he meant, but that's
No,
not,
that's what I
mean,
said.
and you know I'm always on your
You
side.
accidentally said what I said.
No.
No,
By
I knew
accident.
what he said instantly, and then I knew what you were saying. You
They're
were saying
the
the same
worst
thing.
best team.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
They're the worst best
He
team.
said it wrong.
No,
No,
I-
he's right. They're the
I'm-
best.
I'm right.
They're the worst of the good teams.
Of the
in
good
league.
teams,
Yes.
they're the worst of
You
them.
guys both agree on that.
We
No,
agree.
but saying they're
I
the
said
best
what I
worst
said,
team
and I'm not
means
saying
of
it
all
again.
the bad teams, they're the best of those.
I said
groups.
what I said.
There's a
Dave
good teams
understood
and bad
this.
teams.
I knew exactly what he was saying.
I'm on Dan's side
Every-
here. The wording was wrong,
every
but I get what
person
you're
over
I think he
35
said they're the best worst team.
That is
Wrong.
incorrect.
right.
For you. It's right
No,
for me and Dave.
best worst team. You're
They're
getting
the best
it.
of-
Dave's
no,
about
Dave,
to
Dave,
get
don't
there.
flip.
Yes.
Dave, do not flip.
I'm not flipping.
Do not flip.
Yes, no,
I'm
you're
not
on
flipping.
there.
No.
The best worst teams, Dave. That means
No,
they're bad
that-
teams.
I-
and he's the best of
You
them.
know exactly what I'm
No.
saying.
I knew exactly because
No.
the Steelers aren't horrible, so when he's saying they're the
But-
worst
but
of the
you-
best,
He didn't
No,
say that. He said the best worst.
that's what he said.
That's not what he said.
You keep accidentally
Yes.
saying
No,
what?
he said it.
You're agreeing with Dan.
keep saying
You're agreeing with Dan.
I agreed that you said it both ways.
We
You
said
said
the
it
same
makes sense.
thing.
What are the Steelers?
What?
What are the Steelers?
Me personally, I think the Steelers are pretty good.
No, are they the worst of the best or the best of the worst?
The way you
Dave,
just
don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
He's trying to walk you down the
words in your
street.
mouth. You didn't say it that
Yeah,
way.
he
He said
said
it
it.
correct.
But he's
No, he
walking you
didn't.
down the street. Do not
The
do
only
it.
reason I reacted how I said was he
I
said
said,
the
listen,
Steelers are
I
the
said
best
you
worst
guys
team.
said the same thing
No,
from
we
the
didn't.
jump.
No,
Take
we
that.
didn't.
You
I'll
didn't
take
say
it.
phrase it the right, but you said it in ways that made sense.
That's
He
right.
didn't.
I
He
have
meant to say worst
No,
best
I
team.
said what I said.
I guarantee if we watch back what he said, it made sense.
No, he said
does
they're the
make
best
sense.
worst team.
All right,
I'm-
someone
They're
clip
not a
that
bad
already
team.
and send
They're
it to
not
me,
a bad team.
please.
They're
I mean,
they're
we're
bad
live,
of
so
the
we
good
can't.
team.
We
Well,
can't rewind
someone
it.
can clip it.
Logan, did he say best of the worst or worst
I
of the best?
said what I said.
No, he didn't say. I'm saying
How
he
about
said,
this?
they didn't say it the same ways. I'm not saying that, but they said what they said was clear
Big
enough.
Cat is definitely right. Could the Steelers be one of the worst teams in the league? Big brain shit they just can't comprehend. Chris, Cram 305, thank you.
No, you guys said the
Chad
same
Jordan, the
fucking
best of
thing.
the worst teams. Minnesota, Cleveland, or the
Those are
Chargers.
your guys.
The worst of the best teams, Pittsburgh
'cause
or
they're all
Baltimore.
your
I
guys.
get you. Thank you, Chad
Where's
Jordan.
my guys?
I'm waiting.
All these people are tweeting me saying, yes, Sebastian, this best worst combo is making me
Oh,
irrelevant.
yeah.
Hello,
Who is
Big
that?
Cat is 100%
Yeah,
right.
who is that?
He is
Hulkamaniac
right.
and
100
Sebastian.
He's 100% right. It's not hard
I
to
don't trust
understand.
the Hulkamaniacs.
Everyone is agreeing with me.
Everybody's not agreeing with you.
Everyone. I agree with you completely. Be Clemens.
Yeah, they're on your feet. They're
Dion
on your
said it
feet.
wrong about the best worst team. It's definitely the worst best team.
Okay, we go to the
Thank
bar.
You know, Dion,
You have
I
this
normally
absolutely
have your
correct.
side.
They are the
No.
worst best.
I
Do
think
not
you're just
flip.
making this up.
All
Go
of
to the
these
Barstool
people.
feed.
You have this absolutely correct. Everyone is agreeing with
It's
me.
just
Everybody's
like
not
a
agreeing
Thank you,
with
change of
people.
words.
Thank you.
change of
Dion
words.
and Dave are right, per
No.
Thank you.
No one said that. You're not even
Is
looking.
it your
I am looking.
No,
I'm
you
right on my
aren't.
fucking
Yes,
phone.
one, two,
No
three, four,
idea
five,
what
six.
Big Cat is talking about. He's absolutely wrong. That's what they're saying. That's what my people are saying.
Beauty of a live show.
How could you trust Dion to recruit good players if he can't understand this simple conversation? What
Well,
an
we
idiot.
did, buddy.
I made that one up.
And then I just go through here and Dave, you have weak hands. You sold Bitcoin. That's just like what it is because they know I'm on my feed.
All right, Dave, you want to pick this game?
Steelers.
Dan?
Steelers. The Steelers are also going to be my survivor.
Steelers.
Because they're the worst, best team in the league.
Yes, yes.
All right, we're going to get to those primetime picks in just a second. For now, let's go to the Fantasy Football Factory Minute with the guys on the podcast who have a message for you, Dion.
We do?
And welcome back, guys. The Fantasy Football Factory Fantasy Football Minute.
That's my side.
That's
my side.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Fantasy Football Factory Fantasy Football Minute, and last show of the year.
That's the last show of the year. And instead of saying something new,
Yeah.
let's cop out and look at some of our best moments.
Yeah, what a ride it's been. Roll the
Roll
clips.
the- roll-
Best
roll the
of.
clip.
Roll the clips.
Enough stardom cinemas. Let's go shardoms and shit'em.
Shardom Shit'em with my Shardom. I have Odell Beckham Jr. and my Shit'em, actually also Odell Beckham Jr.
Fuck.
Oh, that was it?
That was it?
That was only...
That was the first joke of the first episode.
That can't be right.
That was our best of?
Yeah, that's the best.
That was the one joke. That was the first. We wrote hundreds more jokes of that the entire season. I don't understand this at all. It doesn't fucking make any sense to me at all. I don't understand why we go through breaking our backs to write jokes the entire time. It just doesn't fucking make sense to me.
This is the core of the NFL show. This
as
is
far as
why
I
people
understood
watch.
Technically, this show only exists so Deion Sanders can take a piss break.
What the fuck? Deion Sanders? Dude, that dude was like one of the shittiest wide receivers of all time. I looked up his stats. He was not a good football player.
Shittiest.
I don't understand how everybody's on Deion Sanders' dick. Dude, Deion Sanders, you're not that freaking great. Where your piss break, dude,
Their show is a commercial before and after hours.
That's basically what it is. I mean, this is the fucking linchpin that everything was built on.
Yes.
And you're going to act like we didn't have a fucking ton of best of moments, that the entire year we weren't busting our asses trying to make fucking jokes on this show? Rip that shit up, dude. I'm fucking tired of this fucking bullshit set, dude. I'm tired of all of this shit.
come in here,
I don't
come
wanna
here,
be in
dress
here.
up.
Do you think, I should dress up as this? Why am I wearing a hard hat? We're in a fucking...
It doesn't make
we're in a
any
studio.
fucking sense. No, is Dion done? He's done peeing. He's done peeing.
Okay, sleeper of the week, Eddie Lacy. Back to you guys.
How do you like
good.
that? That was good?
That was good.
They
That
think
was
that
good.
they only have a segment in the show so you can go to the bathroom. Built in.
That was awesome.
Let's go to the primetime picks of the week presented by the Chevy Silverado. Here's our strongest pick of the week brought to you by the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Dan, you are 13-1 on the road to 16-1 to get your son a Hot Wheels or Power Wheels or whatever it's called, the mini Chevy Silverado, and you said you're taking the
Steelers.
Steelers?
Haven't taken the Steelers yet. 16-1's going to happen. I'm still so pissed that how'd the Cowboys beat the Vikings?
The Watermelons.
Insane.
The Watermelons.
Insane.
And Dion, you are 3-0 now when Dan makes your
Yeah,
picks.
and he's going to continue.
Okay.
He's a good
Okay,
man.
shoot.
I got the Rams.
I got to pick it. Who have you not picked?
Dave has the Rams. I was going to get to him, but
Cleveland.
I didn't want Dan to take him before and I guess
Yeah,
you could.
shoot,
He hasn't
no.
taken the Rams. Oh, he did take the
Yeah,
Rams.
he did the Rams.
I have to pick for Dion.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared for this.
You're a good
I'm gonna
man.
find one. I know. You've already picked Tennessee.
Did I pick San Fran?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did last week.
No, you picked him first. Wait.
Indy
it goes
last-
in
yeah, that was the
reverse order.
first.
going
Yeah, it
in
goes
reverse.
reverse order. You took the
Okay.
Colts last week.
Tampa. You picked all the good teams, dude.
That's what I do.
Yeah, but you stink at it.
What about Pittsburgh? I'm winning the
Pittsburgh,
overall
you've
pool.
already
Picked.
done. You've
Yeah, you
already
picked
picked.
them.
I think you have to go Miami.
No.
All right, so you have to go New England.
Yep.
Okay, New England. All right. All right, guys.
Done and done.
That wraps up our first and last live show of 2020. How do you guys?
love
Clemson's
live.
number 2, like I told you guys they would be. They haven't announced.
They
number
haven't
4
announced it yet?
No, it's 1 Alabama, 2 Clemson, 3 Ohio State.
Oh my
Clemson
God.
should not be 2.
And let's see.
Has it happened yet?
Nope, not yet. Not yet. It's gonna be Notre Dame.
I know.
Definitely going to be Notre Dame.
But I do like the spin zone that you guys had, so like I can just say
Yes.
that
Yes,
the whole
it's
time
almost
Notre Dame's
better.
getting
How can you
killed.
have two
Okay.
teams that have a loss and you got other teams that hadn't lost? That's not fair.
Like what? You want Cincinnati? Did Cincinnati win?
No,
last night?
but it's
Yes,
not.
yes,
it's not
they
They
did.
struggled. Do you want
Yeah.
Cincinnati in there?
No,
You
but it's
can't
not
beat
fair.
Tulsa?
It's other teams that had not sustained a loss.
Who? Cincinnati.
No, it's other teams. I guess they're on the West Coast, but they hadn't sustained a loss.
Who is number 4? They're not telling us.
They're not telling us.
telling
I mean, I'm
us.
so stressed
Oh,
out.
there it is. Notre Dame. Like I said.
It's not right.
I mean, yeah, I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up.
Let's go.
But they,
Shocker.
I mean, to be honest, Notre Dame deserved to be in there in my
I mean,
mind.
yeah,
ahead
they
of A&M. They have a
they
better
did,
resume.
They beat, and they had a better win.
Like a far better win.
Far better win. Yeah, I mean, Florida was A&M's best win. I do feel much
Florida
better about
sucks.
this. They don't suck.
They kind of do.
I mean, listen, I didn't think A&M was going to get in. I was hoping, but now I'm going to just run with y'all's spin zone for sure.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Unless Notre Dame wins, then you're fucked. But
That's just not going to happen. We'll work on that when that happens. All right, Glennie, thank you so much. Sorry.
Oh,
we didn't-
shit,
Yeah, we
Glennie.
didn't use
We
Glennie
didn't
very
use
often.
Dude, any crazy weather?
There was honestly there was no weather. I was
Hey, Glennie. Hey, Glennie, I got one for you. Hey, Glennie, what's
great
going to
show,
be?
balls.
Good job, Glennie.
degrees everywhere. Half the
What's
games
in
are
New
today.
Orleans?
That
We're going to
was
go
today.
watch games right now, Glennie.
Glennie, what's
Glennie,
the weather in New Orleans, Glennie?
Glennie,
Yeah.
what's the weather in New Orleans?
It's a dome in New Orleans. So I don't-
Glennie, I thought I had you. I thought I was going to get you, Glennie.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next week.
Ball.
I mean, that was obvious.